The very first step after getting your offer accepted will be delivering that first earnest money check. The first deposit is usually $1,000, and this is what binds your offer. Basically a, hey, this is legit, let's do this thing. We actually have a little bit of skin in the game now. Your earnest money is different from your down payment. Your down payment is used for your loan and purchasing the home, where your earnest money is more of a goodwill type deposit, showing that you have sincerity about purchasing the property. This deposit would be at risk if you were to walk away from the property once it's already under contract, under agreement, for a reason not specified in the contract. There's two earnest money deposits. The first earnest money deposit would be right after having an accepted offer. This one is usually the smaller of the two. And then the second one would be upon signing the purchase and sale agreement. The amounts that people use for an earnest money deposit will really vary from person to person, and then also their financial position. But a typical figure that we'll see is a 5% of the purchase price between both deposits. There's no one answer here for deposit. I've seen anything go for different earnest money deposits. The one thing I will note is the higher your earnest money deposit, the stronger the offer. The seller basically wants to know that you have a little bit of skin in the game, you have a little bit of risk from walking away from the deal. So just an example of an earnest money deposit, let's say the purchase price of a home is $500,000. 5% of that would be $25,000. Your first deposit would be $1,000 after having accepted offer, and then upon signing the purchase and sale, the second deposit would be $24,000. So the two checks together are $25,000. Let's say you're about to close in just a few days, everything is good to go, but you get cold feet and decide you want to back out. If you back out for a reason not specified in the contract, that earnest money deposit would be tendered to the seller. Just because you may not want to move forward with the transaction, it's important to note that oftentimes there's a lot of depth with these transactions. It can usually be a domino effect between other transactions. Let's say, for instance, you want to back out of this contract. That seller has another home under contract that they're planning to use the funds from this home to purchase, and you back out. Now they have to back out of that home. This can spiral and go on and on and on. You could basically ruin 3 or 4 deals with one person backing out. Hence, that's why your earnest money deposit would go to the seller. This would be considered as damages. Now, on a more positive note, let's assume that everything goes to plan and you end up closing on the home. What happens with that earnest money deposit? The earnest money is held in escrow throughout the whole time. It's held by the listing side. When you go to close on the home, that earnest money deposit will be put towards your down payment. So it's not like that money's disappearing. It's going towards your down payment. Say you're putting 20% down, you have 5% in earnest money. At closing, you'll only need to bring 15% plus whatever your closing costs are. All right, so along with submitting your first earnest money deposit, right after getting an accepted offer, you're gonna wanna schedule your home inspection.